In today's video, I want to talk about a good entry-level activity for teachers that are looking to integrate immersive learning into their classroom, and that would be to create a gallery. There are many ways to consider and describe technology innovation. One of my favorites is the SAMR model, and as you can see here, SAMR stands for substitute, augmentation, modification, and redefinition. So at the substitute level, it says technology acts as a direct substitute with no functional change. And that's what a gallery would be. Teachers and students are already creating online galleries or presentations. And so doing that in an immersive learning space would be at the substitution level and is an easy way to get started. Recently, some coworkers of mine put out a call to all of the faculty for recording weather videos and sharing information about weather where they live. I work for an online school, and so the students live all around the world internationally. Now, I could have created a basic PowerPoint presentation and shared information traditionally, but that is definitely not the direction that I want to go. So I decided to create a Weather in France gallery. And as you can see here, that it's a pretty simple collection of material, such as a PDF that has some maps to describe to the students where I live. And then I had recorded some videos while I was out skiing about different weather terminology and weather words. And so I simply uploaded and added the videos to the gallery. In the next section, you'll see some things that are not so traditional that certainly start to move towards immersive learning experiences, where I was able to upload some 360 photos from my drone of various weather and various views from the region that I live in France. So there's a winter example, and then I took a similar 360 photo and shared that in terms of the summer. Then it goes on to include some other videos as well as some photos of some weather that are happening in my region. This gallery is an example that I shared in yesterday's video from the people from the Edu Metaverse group called Edu Bees, and it is a gallery of 3D models, including bees, as well as AI generated art regarding bees with text and information throughout to educate students on the importance of bees and the threat that they are under currently. This next example comes from a website called The Tape Letters, and I knew nothing about this topic until I found this gallery example. And apparently back in the 70s and 80s, when immigrants would move from places like Pakistan to Great Britain, the only way that they would be able to communicate with each other back and forth was to record audio tapes onto cassettes and mail them to their loved ones. So this entire gallery is devoted to that, and it includes some audio examples, and I'm going to play the beginning of one here.
My soulmate, my body, my happiness and my go-go, my dear Asim, Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I got your cassette and I had tears in my eyes when I got it.
So as you can see, this particular gallery is fully packed out with news, with pictures and text explaining the background of the oral history project that this has. They have sponsors here on the back page, and it is a really great example of an interactive gallery for a topic that I don't think very many people know about, and it really allows you to immerse yourself into the topic. And if you fully embrace all of the information within this gallery, then you come out of it very knowledgeable about this particular subject. This next example is unique in that they took the gallery idea by showing student artwork, but they placed it in a 360 photo. Presumably this is from the area where the school is located, but I can actually move around inside this gallery and approach the student art and view each piece individually. And I just like this example for taking the idea of a gallery and making it a little bit more unique and putting it into an environment that you wouldn't typically see student art being shared in. I believe that this is a school out of Kodiak, Alaska. And then finally, here's an example of a very large gallery. Again, this is from the Edu Metaverse group, where they have a gallery of all of the various immersive learning experiences that they offer. And as you can see, it is a very large gallery, like a conference center, and you can move from one to the other. And some of them are interactive links, but others are simply letting you know that they have created content. And I definitely encourage you to check out the Edu Metaverse website. They are doing tremendous work with immersive learning and FrameVR. If you would like to learn more about how to create a simple gallery, I did create an instructive video on how I created the Weather in France gallery, and you can click on that here. And I will be adding more information about immersive learning galleries later this month as I'm building one out to commemorate Women's History Month.